It was just after midnight. A quiet street, the single flickering lamp above a lonely bus stop. The road stretched out empty, slick from an earlier rain. On the bench sat a young woman, scrolling her phone, head tilted down, her screen glowing in the fog. 15 minutes later, she was gone. No screams, no struggle, no trace. Witnesses would later swear that nothing looked unusual until it was too late. This is the story of the bus stop where people vanish. Welcome to Shadows and Secrets. Tonight, we unravel a disappearance that still grips a small town with fear. A case built on silence, a glitch in time, and the terrifying thought that ordinary places can hide extraordinary horrors. Her name was Anna. She was 22, a student who worked nights at a small diner. Everyone described her the same way: responsible, predictable, cautious. She had a routine she never broke. And part of that routine was always texting her roommate before catching the last bus home. That night, she sent just 2 words. Almost there. It was 12:07 a.m. when a taxi driver passed the stop. He saw her clearly, head down, scrolling her phone. He said the street was so empty, he could hear the hum of his engine echoing off the buildings. The fog was heavy, curling low, wrapping around the bus stop like pale smoke. Minutes later, at 12:15, the bus arrived. But the driver swore Anna wasn't there. The bench sat empty, except for her phone, her bag, and a half-empty bottle of water. Police confirmed she never boarded the bus. No camera in the area showed her walking away. It was as if the street had swallowed her whole. Detectives began searching nearby buildings for answers. One store had a security camera aimed at the stop. At first, the footage looked ordinary. Anna sitting on the bench, phone in her hand, the lamp flickering above her. Then, 14 seconds of static. When the picture cleared, the bench was empty. No one walking away. No headlights. No movement at all. Just a lonely bus stop and silence. Investigators combed through her phone. Most of her messages were routine. Text to friends, reminders about schoolwork. But in her draft folder, they found something chilling. A message she never sent. It read, "Someone's here." The locals weren't surprised. Many admitted they'd felt something wrong about that stop for years. Passengers spoke of hearing footsteps behind them, only to turn and find no one. One man told police his radio always cut out when he drove past after midnight. Another swore he once saw a figure standing under the lamp, but when he blinked, the figure was gone. Despite weeks of searching, investigators never found Anna. There were no signs of a struggle, no evidence of an abduction. Her belongings said exactly where she had left them, as though she'd simply vanished into the fog. Rumors spread quickly. Some claimed a man in a dark coat had been seen lurking near the stop earlier that week. Others said the 14 seconds of static weren't a glitch at all, but proof of something beyond explanation. Over time, the stories grew stranger. Neighbors spoke of seeing shadows move across their windows near the bus route. A retired officer admitted he avoided driving past that stretch of road after midnight. He described a sudden chill that filled his car, as though someone invisible was riding with him. The town eventually replaced the bench. They repaired the lamp. They even added a new security camera. But people still say the stop feels wrong. They say the air grows colder when you stand too close. Some swear they've heard the faint buzz of a phone vibrating on the ground, only to find nothing there. Officially, Anna's case remains unsolved. The file is open, the investigation technically active, but without new evidence, the trail has gone cold. For some, the explanation is simple, an abduction carefully planned. For others, it is something far stranger, a thin place where the boundary between worlds bends. A place where people don't just disappear, they're erased. And if you ask the locals, they'll tell you the bus stop is still waiting for the next person to sit alone under the flickering lamp after midnight. Every crime leaves a trace, but every secret casts a shadow. And this one still waits under the streetlight.